고인들에 대하여 경례.
It took a month to finally say goodbye to the deceased sailors who died in the Korean warship Cheonan as it sank in the West Sea on the night of March 26th. A mass funeral took place at the 2nd Naval Fleet Command in Pyeongtaek, south of Seoul, Thursday. The funeral started at 10 a.m. with about 3,000 people in attendance, including the bereaved families and President Lee Myung-bak, as well as political and military officials. Delegates from different religions took turns praying for the deceased soldiers as mourners laid flowers in front of the sailors' portraits and burned incense. While a eulogy was read by one of the 58 survivors of the harrowing incident, the families of the deceased could not hold back their tears. The families refused to say their final goodbyes as they stood before the photographs of their loved ones. At the end of the ceremony, the pictures and the ashes of the fallen sailors were carried by their friends who survived the naval disaster from the base. Outside the base was also filled with grief by mourners not related to the sailors who came to say goodbye, as the pain of losing the young men has become their own after following the news closely for the past month.
As a family member of a soldier, I believe they are in heaven, especially the one I personally knew when he was alive. I really want him to rest in peace.
The hour-long ceremony ended with a fleet of Navy ships blaring their horns and 3,000 black and white balloons released into the air to honor the fallen sailors. Following the funeral procession, the remains of the sailors headed to the National Cemetery in Daejeon to be buried there.
46명의 천안함 전우들이여, 여러분들의 영전에 한 송이 꽃을 바치며 보내고자 합니다. 안녕히 가십시오. 필승!
김나리, 아리랑 뉴스, 평택.